I'd like to start off by saying that I'm not a reporter. I'm not an investigative journalist. I'm nothing like that, and I never claimed to be. I am a young man. I am a member of the LGBTQ plus community, and I think that this needs to be said. Closeted homophobia is a real thing in my generation, and I don't think that this is any surprise to anyone. But recently I've been seeing some posts on social media about how veterans deserve more recognition than LGBTQ people, and that Pride Month shouldn't be a month, it should be like a week or a day or something, and veterans should have a longer recognition, like, period or whatever. I'd like to point out May is a sort of Veterans Month, from what I understand, and I'd also like to say I don't have any disrespect towards veterans. I don't. I think that recognizing veterans and recognizing gay people and celebrating gay people and celebrating veterans are two different things, and they both deserve to be given priority. Yeah, they both deserve to be given priority. So my problem really is that people aren't talking about veterans during the Veterans Month. They're talking about veteran recognition during Pride Month, and they're saying that it's more important. They're not celebrating it during Veteran Month. They're celebrating it, or trying to say that it should be celebrated, the day after, or the month after the month is actually taking place. I don't understand that. And it doesn't make sense to me that you don't see, these people don't see what's going on here. There's animosity being created between people that are they're trying to create a conflict that is easy for people to take sides. They're trying to separate gay people and veterans, and they're trying to say that these are two sides of a battle. But they're not. They're two completely different issues. And they're just targeting people that don't quite understand the issues. And this is a problem. This is a real problem. Because young people don't see this, and so they fall for the trap. They take sides. We don't need to fight. We don't need to understand it. Or we do need to understand it. I apologize, my phrasing is off. Again, I never claimed to be a journalist. I never really claimed to be well-spoken. But I think it's not necessarily my place to say this, but I think that it should be said. I don't see anyone else saying it. My generation is falling for a trap, and we need to stop. There are posts everywhere about how Pride Month is more important, or Veteran Month is more important, and yeah. There's also another problem that I'm seeing with the word faggot. This word is extremely offensive, and it's for a reason. People don't seem to understand the root of this being offensive, right? So I'd like to take the time to explain it to my peers, if you're receptive to it. When people thought it was acceptable to burn people alive for things that they had done, then it was comparable to just a regular fire. And what they called the twigs to start the fire before the burning at the stake was faggots. So gay people were the twigs to start the fire because their sins were so disgusting and they were so abhorrent that they weren't considered the main event of the burning at the stake. And that is also likely because there are so many of these people that were trying to hide it, and that were trying to just be themselves, and they needed to express themselves, and they just couldn't hide it. There were so many of these people that were outed, and there's so many of these people that were burned, and it's tragic. It's really tragic, and it's not just a word. It's not just a word. It has a lot of meaning. There's a reason that it's offensive. It's comparable to the N-word. That's not to say that black rights and LGBTQ rights are the same. Again, these are two different issues, but the N-word is offensive for a reason. It's not just a word. It's because it was used to demean people for thousands of years, and it was used to hurt people. It wasn't just a word. And I don't say the N-word. I think that's wrong. I think I don't like to say faggot either. I think that like there's a stigma around these words, and one of them I will say because I'm a member of a community that I think is allowed to say them. The other I will not say because I think that I'm not in that community, and that's a whole nother issue. Some people think that both words should be destigmatized, but at the moment I don't think it's my place to say that word. And I really would rather not say the other word. I am going to try to not say it as much as I can, but you know, I don't think that veterans and LGBTQ issues are even in the same ballpark. Veteran recognition is still an issue. I'm not saying that it's not, and but they're not comparable. They're not the same thing, and I wish that people would understand. It's just trying to get you angry. All of this, it's just trying to get you angry, and just please take a deep breath. Look at the situation. I think that there are a lot of people that are homophobic, and they don't realize it because it's something that they don't understand. I can admit now that I was homophobic for a lot of my life. I would call people faggots, I would call people gay as an insult because I didn't understand. And then I saw myself, I took a good look at myself, and I said, this is wrong. And the reason that I wasn't able to confront my sexuality was because my friends were homophobic, and the groups of people that I was around were homophobic. But I took a good look at myself, and I saw that I was bisexual, and that I am attracted to men, and that I am also attracted to women. And that's okay. And I hope that if you have these biases, unbeknownst to yourself, you can look at them and you can realize that they're wrong. Because you may not realize it, but you're harming people. And it's not your fault, but you just gotta confront that, and you gotta get past it. So, thank you for taking the time to listen to what I have to say, if you did. And if you don't like what I have to say, then with all due respect, you can go fuck yourself. And yeah, happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. And happy belated Veterans Month, because they deserve it too, just as much as we do, if not more, I'm sure. But at the end of the day, we just need to look at these situations, look at the provoking nature of them, and don't fall for the traps. Thank you, guys.